struggling with low self-worth? Stoicism offers a unique and profound path to empowerment. This video is not just advice, it's a journey through Stoic philosophy, designed to transform how you view yourself and engage with the world. Each lesson is a step toward building a stronger, more resilient self-image, ready to shift your perspective and embrace a more confident, self-assured you. Let's dive into this transformative Stoic guide together. Lesson 1. Focus on what's within our control. In our exploration of Stoicism and its application to enhancing self-worth, the first and arguably most transformative lesson centers on focusing on what's within our control. This idea is more than just a philosophical concept, it's a practical guide for everyday life. Imagine preparing for an important job interview. You've done your research, rehearsed your answers, and chosen the perfect outfit. However, on the day itself, unexpected events occur. Maybe there's a traffic jam, or the interviewer is running late. In such moments, it's easy to spiral into frustration or self-doubt, questioning your worth or cursing your luck. Here is where the Stoic wisdom of Epictetus shines, reminding us that while we cannot choose our external circumstances, we can always choose how we respond to them. This insight is powerful. While you can't control the traffic or the interviewer's schedule, your reaction to these situations is entirely within your control. You can choose to stay calm, use the extra time to review your notes, or simply breathe and stay present. This choice and response is a testament to your resilience and self-worth. This Stoic lesson also applies to our successes and failures. It's natural to feel pride when we succeed and disappointment when we fail, but Stoicism encourages us to focus less on the outcomes, which often involve factors beyond our control, and more on our efforts and intentions. For example, if a work project doesn't turn out as expected despite your best efforts, remind yourself that your worth isn't solely defined by outcomes. It's also shaped by your dedication, effort, and integrity, all aspects under your control. By embracing this Stoic principle, you begin to see self-worth not as a fixed trait determined by external events, but as a dynamic quality shaped by your choices, attitudes, and responses. This perspective not only eases the burden of things beyond your control, but it also empowers you to actively cultivate a resilient and authentic sense of self-worth. Lesson 2. Value character over external validation. In our exploration of Stoicism's guidance on bolstering self-worth, the second lesson involves a profound shift from seeking external validation to valuing our own character. In a society often obsessed with superficial markers of success and approval, Stoicism encourages us to look inward at the qualities that truly define us. Take, for instance, the modern fixation with social media. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of likes, shares, and positive comments, using these as metrics for personal value, but Stoicism urges us to question this approach. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than others, but care more about their opinion than our own." This profound statement encourages us to shift our focus from external approval to cultivating our internal virtues. Imagine posting a picture or update on social media that doesn't receive the response you hoped for. Instead of letting this affect your self-worth, Stoicism teaches us to reflect on why we sought that validation in the first place. Was it to feel good about ourselves or to feel accepted? Stoicism challenges us to find those feelings of goodness and acceptance within ourselves by living according to our principles and values. This lesson also applies in professional settings. Often, we measure our success by promotions, accolades, or recognition from peers and superiors. While these can be gratifying, they are not always within our control and may not accurately reflect our true abilities or worth. Stoicism guides us to derive our sense of accomplishment from our work ethic, commitment to continuous learning, and ability to overcome challenges, qualities that truly reflect our character. In personal relationships, this Stoic principle teaches us to seek fulfillment and self-respect, rather than approval from others. For example, in a friendship or romantic relationship, rather than constantly trying to please the other person or worrying about how they perceive you, Stoicism encourages focusing on being a person of integrity, kindness, and understanding. These qualities build a more authentic and fulfilling relationship, rooted in mutual respect rather than superficial approval. By embracing embracing this Stoic lesson, we begin to redefine our concept of self-worth, seeing that true worth comes not from the fleeting and often fickle judgments of others, but from our own internal moral compass. This shift in perspective not only fosters a healthier self-image but also leads to a more contented and meaningful life. As we continue to grow and embody our virtues, our need for external validation naturally diminishes, replaced by a solid, unwavering sense of self-worth. Lesson 3. Embrace impermanence. As we delve deeper into Stoicism's wisdom on self-worth, the third lesson is about embracing the concept of impermanence. This Stoic principle, deeply rooted in the philosophy's teachings, is pivotal in understanding and accepting the ever-changing nature of life, and by extension, our self-perception. Many of us strive for stability and certainty in our lives. We often believe that achieving a certain status, relationship, or financial security will permanently secure our happiness and self-worth. However, Stoicism presents a different perspective. As the philosopher Seneca eloquently expressed, true happiness is to understand that everything in this life is only borrowed. This profound insight encourages us to accept that change is the only constant. Consider the career path of an individual. It's common to equate professional success with self-worth. However, careers are often unpredictable. You might be at the peak of your career one moment and then face unexpected changes the next: new management, a shifting industry landscape, or even a personal desire for change. By embracing impermanence, you learn to value your professional journey's experience and growth, rather than fixating on a particular status or title. This perspective helps maintain a balanced sense of self-worth, irrespective of external career changes. In personal relationships, the concept of impermanence is equally vital. Relationships, whether with friends, family, or romantic partners, evolve over time. Embracing this natural flow, including the highs and lows, fosters a sense of gratitude and presence in each moment. For example, when a close friendship changes or drifts apart, rather than viewing it as a personal failure or a loss to your self-worth, Stoicism teaches us to appreciate the time spent and the lessons learned with that person, understanding that change is a part of life's journey. This lesson also applies to our physical and mental abilities. As we age, our bodies and minds change. Athletic prowess, quick thinking, or even certain skills can diminish. The Stoic approach is to embrace these changes with grace, focusing on the abilities and wisdom we gain with age, rather than mourning those we lose. This acceptance fosters a more resilient and realistic sense of self-worth, one that is adaptable to the different stages of life. In summary, embracing impermanence means understanding and accepting that everything in life is transient. Our achievements, relationships, and even our own abilities are not static but ever-evolving. By acknowledging and appreciating this natural flow of life, we cultivate a sense of peace and resilience. This Stoic wisdom teaches us that our self-worth shouldn't be anchored in what is fleeting, but in our ability to navigate and grow through the constant changes of life. Lesson 4. Adopt objective judgment. In our exploration of Stoicism's teachings on self-worth, the fourth lesson is about cultivating objective judgment. This principle is a cornerstone of Stoic thought, emphasizing the importance of seeing things as they truly are, free from personal biases and emotional reactions. In daily life, we often encounter situations that easily lead to subjective judgments clouded by emotions. For instance, consider receiving feedback at work that isn't entirely positive. The immediate subjective reaction might be to feel offended, undervalued, or even angry. However, Stoicism teaches us to step back and assess the situation objectively. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, advised, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been." This powerful insight suggests that it's not the feedback itself that affects us, but how we perceive and interpret it. By adopting an objective viewpoint, you might realize that the feedback, although not delivered in the best manner, contains valid points that could help you grow professionally. This shift from a subjective to an objective perspective not only alleviates unnecessary emotional distress but also enhances your self-worth by focusing on personal growth and improvement. objective judgment also plays a crucial role in how we view our achievements and failures. In a world where success is often loudly celebrated and failure is quietly mourned, it's easy to develop a skewed sense of self-worth based on these societal metrics. However, Stoicism teaches us to evaluate our successes and failures based on our effort, intentions, and adherence to personal values, rather than just the outcome. This approach fosters a more stable and genuine sense of self-worth, grounded in who we are, not just what we achieve. In essence, adopting objective judgment means seeing situations, feedback, and even our own actions through a clear, unbiased lens. It involves separating facts from interpretations, reactions from responses. By practicing this Stoic principle, we not only make wiser decisions but also develop a more balanced and resilient sense of self-worth, one that is not easily swayed by external opinions or temporary circumstances. Lesson 5. Practice self-compassion. As we continue to delve into Stoicism's approach to building self-worth, the fifth lesson emphasizes the importance of practicing self-compassion. Although Stoicism is often associated with discipline and rationality, it also advocates for a kind and understanding relationship with oneself. The philosopher Seneca, in his letters, often spoke about the need to treat oneself with the same kindness and patience that we would extend to a friend. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced, achievement-oriented culture, where self-criticism is often mistaken for motivation. Imagine making a mistake at work, such as missing an important deadline. The natural reaction might be to berate yourself, questioning your competence or worth. However, Stoicism encourages a different approach. Instead of harsh self-criticism, it teaches us to acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and then move forward without lingering in guilt or self-reproach. This practice not only prevents the erosion of self-worth but also promotes continuous growth and resilience. In personal life, self-compassion is equally crucial. We often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards in our relationships, parenting, or personal goals, and when we fall short, the self-blame can be intense. Stoicism teaches us to be gentle with ourselves, recognizing that we are human, capable of mistakes and imperfections. By treating ourselves with the same compassion and understanding we would offer to others, we build a healthier, more enduring sense of self-worth. This lesson is also essential in dealing with past regrets or failures. We often carry these burdens, allowing them to weigh down our self-perception. However, Stoicism encourages us to accept that what's done is done, and the only productive path forward is through learning and self-forgiveness. By practicing self-compassion, we free ourselves from the chains of past mistakes and open the door to personal growth and renewed self-worth. In summary, practicing self-compassion is about balancing Stoic discipline with kindness toward ourselves. It involves acknowledging our flaws and mistakes without harsh judgment, learning from them, and moving forward with a positive and forgiving attitude. This approach not only fosters a more resilient self-worth but also cultivates a more peaceful and fulfilling life, where we are our own allies rather than our harshest critics. In conclusion, the timeless wisdom of Stoicism offers profound lessons for building and maintaining self-worth. By focusing on what's within our control, valuing our character over external validation, embracing impermanence, adopting objective judgment, and practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a resilient, authentic, and enduring sense of self-worth. This journey is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing the process of growth, understanding, and self-acceptance. As you incorporate these Stoic principles into your life, remember that self-worth is not something to be gained or lost, but rather something to be nurtured and respected. It's a reflection of how you choose to live, think, and interact with the world around you. So, embark on this journey with an open heart and mind, and discover the empowering potential of Stoic philosophy in transforming your self-worth.